do this.
Hey guys, welcome back to another OverRice Media Club video. My name is Roy, and we have Miggy and Satu.
What
All
up?
right, nice. Good,
Hi.
good dance, good ritual. We're just going to be talking about video games. This is something that we have always had a connection with. And I guess I can speak for everyone when I say that we all play video games on almost at an unhealthy level. Like, you guys are flaunting your controllers. That's not supposed to be much of a flex, I don't think.
Wait, why is this? What? This is a conversation, not an attack. Jeez.
Relax.
This is a therapy session. You know?
Oh.
So I'll start with you, Miggy. Actually, what type of games do you play?
Fighting games and some RPG games. You know, adventure type,
Don't forget, you play Need for Speed, and you got me into
and
that too.
racing games. Yeah, racing games too. How can I forget that?
Absolutely.
Yes, especially Gran Turismo,
Hey,
Need for Speed,
hey.
Unbound. It's a
Yeah.
good game. Okay, it's a good
I
game.
It is. I don't think anyone
Don't hate
disagreed.
on it.
Oh hell
No,
no.
like it's one of the, it's criticized super lately because of the mechanics of Need for Speed Unbound. So yeah. Anyway, moving
I
on.
see
Moving
it.
on.
I love Unbound, by the way. Like, I play that like on single player. But how about you, Satu? What type of games do you play?
Bro, I literally, you know me, I play everything. I'm a crackhead. I will play FPS, fighting games, racing games. I love RPG, finished a bunch. Just the other day, I was playing a jigsaw puzzle online with some of the OverRice homies. I will literally play anything. You know me.
Yeah, but I'll speak for you on this one. You also play RuneScape, and this is the one game that I know you for. You
Really?
obsess over that. No, I mean you play a lot of games. That's a given. Like if people know you, they know you. Like they know you play RuneScape, and that's a big thing about you. But
I'm
I
not
would
gonna lie, I
say,
feel like that's reserved for the OGs. So I respect that.
oh,
about
you're
you,
not
bro.
OG.
No,
not
you're
OG.
OG. That you know that fact
Oh.
about me. Because I don't know that a lot of people. I don't really talk about that with a lot of people. But I do play RuneScape.
Oh, you love RuneScape. I think that's one of the games that you like. Okay, I can't
Hill,
find the
I'm
right
willing
words
to
for it.
die on 100%.
Oh, I was gonna say that's a game you wouldn't shut up about, but it's because that's the hill you die on.
Damn right.
The type of games that I play, I'm about the same as you guys. Racing games, fighting games. Fighting games are like one of my favorites. RPGs. But that's the thing. I play anything as long as it's, I don't know, enticing to my own taste. Right. Same goes with like
Yep,
anything,
yep.
any media, like movies, anime. If there's something that sparks within me when I play that game, I will probably prolong it. Like, for example, one of my favorite games. Let's start with that topic now. I'll start with this. My favorite game of all time is Persona 4 Golden.
Good choice.
Not much to say about that because I already did talk about that before. But another one of the franchise games that I played is Phoenix Wright. It's or Ace Attorney. It's a novel attorney game where you play as a lawyer and you basically are like a semi-detective and you solve cases.
Nick, let me out!
No.
Why not?
Because every time you take more than 3 steps, you get accused of murder, and I am getting an aneurysm.
Oh, come on, it's only been like 4 times.
So you go outside of the courtroom, you pick up evidence, and then when you go to the courtroom, you present those evidences and you defend your client. And it's one of the most, probably one of the most comedic games that I've ever played in my life. And I don't know what else to say. Like Tekken, right? Those are really good like childhood games. Marvel versus Capcom. I'll probably regret not saying something, but yes, those are the type of
Smash
games
Bros.
that I play. Absolutely, Super Smash Brothers. Like, I didn't grow up on that, but later in life I did. But how about you, Satu? Like, what type of franchise games do you play?
You know, funny enough, it's interesting that you bring up the concept of franchise games. I don't know that I play that many franchise games anymore. Like, I would definitely say back in the day I played a lot of Call of Duty and Battlefield. And those are two that I really stuck to. And to some degree or another, World of Warcraft, right?
I was
But,
gonna say, yeah.
of course, classic. But I wouldn't say nowadays I play many particular franchise games. Do you still... I know Tekken would count for that. I don't... It's too expensive. I didn't buy it. But besides that, like, besides Tekken, have you guys been playing any franchise games?
How about you,
Well,
Mickey?
I have been just playing Tekken recently and golf, the PGA Tour.
Hey,
But
Yes.
my favorite game of all time, I'd say it's Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice.
I haven't played.
that's a good game actually.
Haven't
Yeah,
played, but I've heard good
cause
things.
it's like your wait, it's a Souls game, right? Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
It
Souls
is. It
game,
is. It is.
and that's the first ever Souls game I played. Cause I was so curious and like, oh, game of the year. I was like, oh, I should try it. Just when I encountered the first boss, I gave up on the game already. But 2 years have passed. And I'm like, okay, I'm determined to finish Sekiro this time and learn the mechanics again. Like, okay. So I reached that final boss, which is the hardest boss I've seen in my whole life. Goddamn, it took me months. I was stuck there in that boss for months because I couldn't figure out his attack patterns. His name is Ishin, the Sword Saint.
yeah.
Yeah, roll that. And all I can say is that it's so fulfilling to beat him because whenever he beats you, he tells you your mistakes. Like hesitation means defeat. I was like, yeah, I did hesitate a lot. That's why I was
Wow.
defeated.
It's reviewing you.
Yeah, it's reviewing me. So I'm like, okay, I need to not hesitate this time. Okay, let's run it back. Then run it again, run it again, run it again. Then boom. Once I defeated him, you know what he said?
What?
Mhm.
Well done. Well done, Sekiro. I was like, yeah, well
Bro, this
done.
isn't
Like,
this isn't
yeah.
video gaming. This is real life philosophy and effect, you know what I mean?
That's why it's one of
Yeah.
it's not one of my, it's the best game for me, bro.
I
Like,
I
respect
didn't
that.
even know that.
of all
That's
time,
cool.
of all time.
Okay, well, okay. So those are games then, perhaps like with nostalgic look back. But are there games where you're actively Like, are there game franchises that you're actively participating in, playing? That is.
Tekken.
Okay,
Yeah.
let me ask you this, and this is gonna be a great question, because you do play Tekken like hardcore, and we're at like Tekken
Super.
8 now, right?
8. Yeah.
How has in your opinion, how has the Tekken game franchise evolved over the years?
I okay.
Anyone, go
Anyone
ahead.
make it.
I started Tekken 5. But I got to learn the past Tekken, like Tekken, the first Tekken, and the Tekken before that, because there were like movies
The
for it.
first Tekken and the Tekken
And
before that.
Oh, sorry.
I'm fucking with you. I love you.
Medyo lutang na. Pero
Understandable.
pero it's been huge here in the Philippines eh. Even before pa kasi I remember our player here, si AK. He's
Yeah.
been actively playing since the
Since he
tag
was
tournament.
13.
Yeah, Tekken tag tournament,
Yep.
and like wow, till to this day, Tekken 8. So the things that have changed over the years sa Tekken franchise, usually it's the combos. Now
Mm.
there are more fancy combos today. Back then it was so simple. It was just like 6 combo strings or 10 combos that are hard, 10 combo hits to
Yeah.
that is like hard to execute sometimes. But now it's going like 11, 12, 13 hits, hit type combos. Then there are more routes and also the graphics.
Are crazy.
It's yeah.
Of course, get yeah.
Of course,
Got
diba?
way better over the years, definitely.
What about the
But for
storyline
me,
Storyline got more crazier.
for you, Mickey? Like, was it something that you like really paid attention to?
yes, actually, it's a very if you think about it, it's just a family drama, bro. You know, the Mishima family, just full of drama.
Mm-hmm.
Like, like the dad hates the first part of Tekken talks about the dad and si Who's that?
Heihachi.
Jinpachi
Jin, yeah.
and Heihachi. Heihachi hates Jinpachi, and then that went on to his son Kazuya. Kazuya hates Heihachi. Then that went on to Kazuya's son Jin. Jin hates Kazuya, and then everyone hates each other, man.
It's a
Like,
family
come
drama.
on, family drama.
Pure thrill.
Does that
Well,
entice you
it's
into the game?
interesting.
Does it make it more fun to play?
It's not for. I don't play it for the story, bro.
Bro, I have. I'll tell you this. And you know what is
I
kind
play
of
it with
messed
other
with me?
people because
I played for the story, right? At one point, and I was so disappointed to unlock the grandfather and him be so weak when I play him. But then when I tried to defeat him, I struggled so hard. You know what I mean? But
I
damn.
feel you. I feel you.
Oh, you're talking about Tekken Tag Tournament 2, right? That's when you
Oh,
unlock Jinpachi.
Yeah.
Jinpachi.
Yeah.
Or was it? I,
I
don't
think
remember.
also
I
you,
never
could-
played
you
2.
unlock him in Tekken 5 as well, if I'm not mistaken.
I think
Nah,
so.
I don't.
That's
think
because
so.
that's when he first appeared in.
Mod ata yun.
He was-
It's a mod.
It's a mod. Yeah.
Jinpachi.
I played the PSP.
Yeah. I
Uh,
played the PSP also.
Wow.
The
Dark
version,
Resurrection.
That version, yeah.
Gangsters. Some OG shit. I like it.
I don't know about because Tekken changed over the years. In Tekken 4, that's when it started with. There was elevation, so on stages you could
Yeah.
be taller, and then your opponent is like all the way at the bottom.
Yeah.
Like you have the high ground.
Yeah.
Tekken 5 is when kind of picks up the pace with like the energy. Like it's faster paced. The combos hit harder. What do you call it? The story got a little bit more crazier even then. Tekken 6, they introduced bounds so you can extend combos. And Tekken 7, there was rage arts and corkscrews. Tekken 8, they have all the bound stuff, and they also have
Heat
meter
burst.
now. Heat
Heat
bursts.
burst.
Yeah.
The heat gauge. It's just mechanically different in every game, and they always change the meta every time. Like some characters are good now in this game because the mechanics are fit their playstyle more. So I'll give you an example. Feng is in Tekken 7 is not as good in Tekken 8 as he was in Tekken 7 because Tekken 7 Feng, he's a defensive character.
Yeah.
Right? He has a lot of tools. He has one of the largest move lists in the game. And with those move lists, you can be a wild card. You can be so cautious with how you play. And that's why he's the character I've played. I played him since day one. Tekken 8, he's not as good, but I'm still sticking with him. Right now, I'm trying to find a good character. But that's just it. It just changes mechanically throughout the game, throughout the years, and throughout every franchise.
Agreed.
And honestly, that's
Agree,
what
Aljan.
that's what entices me because it's always different.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
always something that will same old characters, different flavor.
Like he said.
And yeah, I love that about it because these are legacy characters and it's been carried on throughout how many ever years.
Yeah,
you know?
that's true.
And it's built over the years too. And there's a community that's like loves Tekken.
Yeah.
And we just found out that Pakistan, or like that 2 years ago, or like however many years ago, Pakistan is like one of the best fighting game communities ever. Right? And I feel like that's a storyline in and of itself. Like it's they're like the Wakanda of fighting
Of
games.
Tekken,
Like,
of fighting games in
of
general.
Tekken, yeah. They
fair.
beat the best. Yeah, they beat the best player in the world, or Arslan Ash. That's just it. It's coinciding with real life. Like the amount of love this game gets, it's very infectious. It's very contagious, and
Super.
yeah, I'm a big part of the FGC or the fighting game community. I'm a massive fan, especially for Marvel vs. Capcom, especially for Street Fighter, especially for King of Fighters, and absolutely especially for Tekken. I am a massive fighting game fan, especially a fighting game community fan.
That is very fair. Let me ask you this then: if seeing as you guys have talked so heavily about fighting games, either nostalgic ones that you love or like franchises that you stuck with, have you had that same sort, or has that experience with fighting games affected the way you consume other media? Do you watch fighting movies all the time? Do you listen to fight music? You know what I mean? Do you draw paintings of depictions of battles or fights or whatnot? Like, how does that like shape the way you view other media?
I could say that I appreciate action movies more. I'll give you one example: Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Haha,
Like
I love that movie.
they have fighting game elements from there into it's basically beat 'em up
Yep.
arcade style elements, and they implemented it into the movie. The Raid I loved a lot because of the action.
Fair.
Dread is another one. Boy Kills World is another one. Hardcore Henry. These are just some other movies that I love. Boy Kills World is the Skarsgård movie. Bill Skarsgård.
I will check it out. I haven't seen it.
It's a recent one that just came out recently.
Oh.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Yeah, but that's just it. I consume a lot more action-based movies because of how much I love fighting games, and I would say that I consume more anime related to fighting games, like or
Ah.
adjacent to it. Yeah. So, Demon Slayer, One Punch Man.
Like fighting animes.
Yeah, Jujutsu Kaisen and all that. Especially One Piece. Oh my god. I want a One Piece fighting game.
You want a
gonna
One
get
Piece
it
fighting
anytime
game?
Dude, we
That's
all
so
do,
cool.
all right? We all
They're
do.
gonna see this, bro. They're gonna make one.
They're
gonna
not
see
going to
this-
see this, and they're not going to make
No.
it for another 10 years.
Believe.
Believe,
will.
Roy. Believe.
I will.
Trust.
I will.
Trust.
For you,
Truly.
your love of fighting games, right? Tekken, Souls games, whatever else. Has that affected the way you consume other forms of media?
Not necessarily fighting games. I'll talk about horror naman.
Okay.
Horror games actually made me more brave. I get to I get to watch horror movies now. Cause man, I finished Outlast, bro, all by
My
myself.
god. Can't imagine.
I I went through all that, all that running, all that hiding, from facing that monster. Man, that built up. Also, the jump scares, that built up courage within me.
Built up courage.
Jesus.
Sounds like some
Right
like
there.
mad exposure therapy, but fair enough.
I don't think these games are changing. I feel like you're allowing it to change you. Like every game that you've been playing so far is like, yeah, that changed
But-
me. But it's just
but,
like
That's
a
interesting though,
normal
right?
life
Like
lesson.
imagine that like being if you're open enough, can the elements of games be enticing enough to change your perception? You know what I mean? Because like, whilst,
uh-huh.
go ahead.
No, like, are you
Deep-
talking about how
deep
impactful a
question.
game could be
Yeah.
for it to change your life? Okay, I mean that's why I'm talking about. So going back to my favorite game of all time, Persona 4 Golden. The reason I liked that was because of the connections he had, or the main character, with his friends. Right? I realized what real friendship could really be, and I don't know. It was like during my prepubescent years, right? It was within my coming of age years,
Yeah.
and it was a great discovery for me to play that game with such a fresh lens into being a teenager. And I don't know, everything about that, including the soundtrack, the visualization of everything, the characters, the chemistry that they had, it kind of melded into something that kind of changed me forever. And I still do talk about this game. I've played this game probably like 11 times already.
God damn, fair enough.
Yeah, and I'm not stopping. I actually do miss that game now. I don't, and going back to what you said, nostalgia does play a big factor into that. And that being said, it did change my life. You know, if I've played something multiple times, I can't argue that it changed my life.
That's fair.
Where do you play Persona 4?
I played on the PC. I played 3 times. No, yeah, 2 times on the PS2, and then 7 times on the PS Vita, and then the rest on.
7 times.
Yeah, because it's portable. Like
No, I know.
like,
It's just
yeah, it's so
you
cool.
pull out the card like it's just burnt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, but
Yeah, it's
that's
probably burnt.
no, that's good, and and I respect that, and that's why I find it so interesting because I was gonna say right, like there were definitely some games that had that same sort of excitement. You know, I mentioned RuneScape. I'll play RuneScape and have this immersive imagination of like medieval Dungeons and Dragon esque type stuff, right? And because I played RuneScape, you know, that definitely I don't know what type of media this would be, but that opened me up to Dungeons and Dragons. That was so much fun. And then, which is a form of literature, because of that, I also like read a bunch of fantasy novels, right? From like classic stuff, you know what I mean, like Arthurian lore, all the way up to like really obscure, like I don't know if you ever heard of Del Toro Quest, right? But I've read it all, and it was definitely one of the ways that like inevitably changed me. I'm like, you know what? I like this vibe. Let me let me look more into it, and thus consumed a lot. And then obviously one way or another, you know me, your boy loves isekai anime. You know what I'm saying? And probably wouldn't have been that way without RuneScape, amongst other games as well. Probably Minecraft too, and there has a heavy hand on it. But the thing I was also thinking about, right, is there is a lot of video game adapted media, right? So the video game will be something, and then they will try to make some other form of media out of that, be it a TV show, an animated show, a movie, or whatever else, right? And
The Last of Us,
The Last of Us, The Witcher,
Uncharted.
Uncharted. I can't tell you how many Street Fighter type movies have come out that were just all terrible.
Of course.
They tried Tekken.
They did Tekken.
Yeah, they did Tekken. They did Street Fighter: Legend of Chun-Li. They did King of Fighters. They did.
No, I know that's why so many
Bloodline.
Street Fighters, which
No,
didn't
some
work
are good.
out.
So the animated one is good. The animated King of Fighters was good too.
Okay, I haven't watched that one. The live action ones, like a lot of live action stuff, really.
Mortal
struggled.
Kombat is something we forgot about.
That was the worst. Like the worst. But yeah, so the thing I wanted to bring up, right, is like, how do you think, or especially, Warhammer? Warcraft came out,
Yeah.
right? And I was gonna say, like, how do you think, especially now, we're seeing so much more of it. How do you think that video games are going to shape other forms of media? Because in my personal opinion, something I'm quite excited about and looking forward to has been a lot of great video games being adapted to TVs or movies, particularly because of how good the story was. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And a great example of this is The Witcher. I don't know if you've played The Witcher or read it, but it's sick. It's like the shit, right? And you're so invested in it. And by being, like, as the gamer, right? Because you're controlling the main character, in all efficacy, you're making these, like, like, if you invest yourself in it, you're making these life-altering decisions. Should I slay him? Should I save that person? And, like, if you really get invested, the weight of the world is on your shoulders, you know what I mean? Same thing with Ghost of Tsushima. All of a sudden, you know what? I am Jin Sakai. I am a Japanese feudal knight and lord. I am samurai, and I must betray my honor to save the homeland. And you know, if you look at it, you're like, I don't have any honor or homeland to betray, but I'm in it. You know what I mean? And the more and more you're doing that, like, at least to me, the story becomes so much more weighted and impactful on you, right? And at least for me, that makes me want to see so many more video game stories adapted. Like, I was crazy as hell when The Witcher came out, and it was a little bit weird in the beginning, but on the whole, I think they did an amazing job of adapting it, right? They lost it since they lost Henry Cavill. That was the death of it. Bastards.
Sad.
Terrible.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, I'm still generally hyped for that sort of further, whatever else might come. And I was thinking, is because the game experience is so impactful that is going to drive the way that, for example, here, I should contextualize it better. People love superheroes, right? And they realize, oh, shit, superheroes can make a lot of money as, movies. And then, boom, the launch of the DCU, the DCEU, the MCU, and we have so many superhero movies you can't count them, right? Do you think that with the way that games are, and the stories of games that are being created now, are having that degree of impact that we're going to see how many countless iterations of game franchises and series as movies or TV shows?
Yeah, that's a given. I feel
Really?
like Yeah, Mickey thinks the same, right? I assume.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a game because we got Fallout recently,
True.
right? And that
Which
was
was great.
amazing.
That was
Yeah.
baller.
It was nice.
Yeah, we got Angry Birds. That was really good. I love that.
That was
We got
actually pretty good.
Yeah, we got Sonic. You know what I mean? Like
Sonic.
these.
True.
What I'm saying is we're even getting like Mortal Kombat 2. You know, we're getting Street Fighter. The ones who directed Call Me by My no, not Call Me by My
Call
Name.
me by your
Jesus.
name.
No,
right?
not that one. Not that one. Sorry. It was the horror movie where you hold the hand.
Oh, talk to me.
Talk to me, not Call Me by Your Name. That's a game movie. Sorry. No, sorry. No, I didn't mean that in derogatory term. It's literally a game movie.
Yeah,
love
no,
you,
I'm with you.
Timothy.
I'm with you.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's such an impact, and everyone is like so invested in these type of games because of how much they've impacted people on a nostalgic level,
Yeah.
on a personal level, and on a community level. Like everyone talks about these games, they've built up a community over the years, and just people want to see more of it, right?
Yeah.
Be it a sequel for the game, animated series, movies, comic books. It's just bound to happen. And I'm not tired of it. Like there's so much content from video games that can be easily translated into a movie or a TV series.
Okay, I gotta ask you this then. Top 3 games that you want either another season of, if it's already come out, or you want to see adapted to TV or movies.
Mass Effect.
Oh, damn, that's actually a shout. Okay.
I forgot there's a movie or there's a game that's like based in Dubai, but it's like a war game. It's a war action game. I forgot the name of it.
World War 3.
No, something The Line or something like that. Damn it, I'm getting it wrong. I used to talk about the game a lot.
Okay.
Bulletstorm is another one. It's like that's one. Metal Gear Solid.
Metal Gear Solid is a shout. So what? That's your top.
But
3?
they are making it though. They are making Metal Gear Solid with Oscar Isaac as.
Oh my God, you're right. I forgot about that.
Yeah, forgot about that too. We haven't had an update in a while, so
That's true.
not our fault. Not our fault.
Oh, so what? Those are your top 3: Metal Gear Solid, unnamed game, war game in Dubai, and Mass Effect.
Mhm.
What about you, Miggy?
I'd like a Sekiro movie.
Fair enough.
Oh my God, that's a good shout.
Yeah. Also, Resident Evil Village. I'd like a movie with that.
Resident Evil
Where,
Village movie. That's gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
I feel like that's so fresh, right?
Because Ethan Winters. It's Ethan Winters, bro.
Yes.
This is
I want to say
Ethan.
Ethan Hawke, but that's actually an actor.
And Ethan Hunt is something else.
Hunt.
Like, saving his daughter. Grabe.
Miggy.
There's a lot.
Miggy, don't lie to me. You and me both know how you want to see a Resident Evil Village movie. You want
Lady
that
Dimitri.
8-foot dummy mommy ready?
No, no.
You don't have to lie to me, all right?
You're
I
not
want
wrong,
it
Mickey.
too.
In fact, you're right. We're
God-
we're gonna die on this hill. We
I'm-
want to see Lady Dimitrescu.
I'm ready, man. It's not going to be a horror movie.
Is that
I want a
the-
3D as well.
God damn. Okay, so Sekeiro,
yeah.
Resident Evil. What's your last one?
Unbound is a good story. It's not bad.
Nah, it's mid, bro. for
I would
me,
say
sorry.
generally a Need for Speed or a Burnout movie would be fat if that's what you're going to choose.
My God, Burnout would be so sick. There's
There
a
was
lot.
There's a movie similar to Burnout, right? But it's more like the cars that have equipments on it. Then you just
Twisted
fight to
Metal?
the death.
Asphalt?
Twisted Metal.
No, it's like you just fight to the death, but it's still racing at the same time. There's like
Death race?
missiles. Then there's like spikes on the wheel. Then you just bump
Speed
into
Racer?
No.
Oh, I said Twisted Metal.
I
Isn't
think
that
it's
one as well?
Jason Statham. I'm not sure.
Death
Oh, Death
Race.
Race. That's I said.
But
Death
that's a
Race.
movie.
Yeah, Death.
That's a
Yeah,
movie.
Death.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's similar to what's the game again? Burnout. Yeah. Because diba you bump the goal of the. I remember the game because you just bump into people, just crash them, diba?
Yeah, you take them off the track.
Yeah.
Right?
One way of doing
I remember
it.
that.
Yeah. But Death Race, you just killed him.
I was about to say, I feel like in Burnout, you just like pit maneuver the guys so you can win. In Death Race, it's just kind of
You have to kill.
yeah.
kill.
It's got damn. Fair enough.
Alright.
Fair enough.
Sorry,
Okay,
sorry,
I have an
my bad,
interesting
my
top
bad.
three that you guys might find interesting. Cyberpunk.
Oh,
I feel like that would be a really good story to translate
Easily.
because we've already kind of seen it. I don't know if you've watched Cyberpunk Edge Runners, the anime.
I did. It's good.
Top bins, right? So I feel like if they did
Amazing. Yeah.
right, so I feel like if they did a movie or another series, a series probably, it could be somewhat similar to like Altered Carbon. If you've never watched that, you got to really watch it, which is sick, right? So that's one. Two, oh shit, what's the newest? How is this escaping my mind? The newest, it's like a MMORPG. It's like World of Warcraft. What's it called?
Final Fantasy 14.
No, it is called. Hang on, I will look this up right now. I have it on my wish list, but it is escaping my mind.
It's an MMORPG,
Yeah, it is,
and it's like
and it is not in my wish list, so I don't know what it is. Baldur's Gate. I would love to see a Baldur's
that's
Gate.
not an
movie.
MMORPG.
It is. Oh, maybe not MMO. You can play online though with your friends.
Yeah.
RPG. I'd love to. So Cyberpunk, Baldur's Gate, and you know what? What I feel like would be sick, low key, is if we had a GTA movie or series. Like,
Oh my god.
I
That's
feel
actually a
like
good
the
shout.
story is so like I don't know if you ever watched The Sopranos, right? Loved it for its time and it was amazing. At this point, obviously kind of dated. I feel like GTA, either any of them, San Andreas is lit, but like whatever, 4, 5, or possibly 6 in the future would provide a sick enough story that you could turn that into a TV or movies or TV series or movie.
which one do you
good
like the
shout.
most?
What do you mean?
Like
From
what,
the
what
Grand
GTA?
Theft Auto.
Yeah.
That is a really difficult question because it teeters on two things. For me, San Andreas, peak, right? That nostalgia had some of the craziest game mechanics at the time. You could do, you had to know how to do it, but you could do multiplayer and not split screening even. You had to stay together, which was the first time you could do that. That was crazy, right? And obviously, who didn't love turning all your cars pink, putting on flying cars, like all the cheats? And that was back in the day. You were lucky you had to go down to the library, like use a computer, Google them, but it wasn't even Google because Google didn't exist. You had to ask Jeeves, and then you wrote that shit down by hand. And God forbid if you fucked it up, you fucked up the cheat. You know what I mean? And once you had that, you were cooking with gasoline. And same thing for Vice City. But I will say that GTA 5, I just felt, was a really well put together game. And I've played it multiple times now. And I think my appreciation for it has grown even more. Because after I play it, like, you notice how good the AI is. Which is like, for example, even though it wasn't finished, GTA 5's AI was better than Cyberpunk when it came out. Right? With the way that the AI reacts, with how they built the world. And because of that development, I'd probably have to say Grand Theft Auto 5. At least for me. What about for you guys?
4.
Fair enough.
It's the most like Sopranos. It's the most like Sopranos.
It's true. It's true.
Nico, right? Nico. The
Nico.
main character, yeah.
I feel like Liberty City was pretty
Nico
close to that
Bellic.
too. But fair enough.
Liberty, Vice are all good. I love Vice, but actually Vice could work the most, right?
Well, that's what we're getting now. That's the next one in the cycle.
Mhm.
But obviously, actually, I'm hyped as shit for GTA 6
Oh yeah, we're gonna get it. Like, hopefully, please.
in a year. It's still a year.
Yeah. That being said,
That's
it's gonna
for-
be the most exciting for me. Like game.
That's
of
for
next year.
console. That's for console. Next
I-
year.
I swear to God, I thought I read something that it's not going to take like a long release until it's on PC.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's
that's
by like a year or so.
not
bad.
I thought they said like
Not bad.
6 months or something. It was pretty hyped.
Still, yeah. Oh, I know what game I was talking about. Spec Ops: The Lion. That's what it's called.
Ah,
I just remembered. But I'm also gonna give 3 shout outs. It's Alan Wake, Sleeping Dogs, and Hotline Miami. So those 3.
Fair enough.
Those could
Also-
easily work.
God of War.
Yo, that would be
Yeah.
a sick
Boy.
movie.
Boy.
Boy!
Boy.
No, but even the older God of
good
Wars, I really love. Like, they were incredible in terms of storyline. Because, again, I wouldn't say this is exactly it, but there's a lot of Greek mythology stuff that's come out that I think is pretty good. Like, there's the new Percy Jackson series, which I enjoyed. I wouldn't say it was. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I complained my whole way through it because I felt that the movie was better, but I enjoyed it nevertheless. Blood of Zeus, an anime about Greek mythology,
On Netflix, yeah.
top bins, and because I feel like those are all good. If they adapted the God of War story and whatever, not just the Greek mythology, if they want to do the Norse mythology to whatever they wanted to do with it, I think it would slap really hardcore. In my opinion, at least, I feel like it would be a great game to adapt.
There's a lot on Netflix. They had Castlevania for video games, right?
Oh my god, what am I talking about? That was one of the most slappiest series.
Yeah. And Adi Shankar, the guy who made Castlevania, he's also going to make Devil May Cry.
As an
And,
anime.
yeah. Did you know that? Same.
I did
And
not.
they already they had a teaser for it like last year or so. That's sick. Yeah, that's the thing. We're eating so good. Like I'm not gonna complain. I'm. You know what? At this point, I'm bound to wait for like a Legend of. No, they're already making Legend of Zelda movie, but I want a Metroid. Yeah, I want a Metroid.
A Breath of the Wild or a Tower of the Wild movie? I don't know, just for me, because those are my favorites. Damn,
Minish
that'd
Cap.
be sick. Fair.
That's for me.
Fair. I get that.
That's the cutest one, or Wind Waker. But yeah, that's what I mean. Like we're eating so good, I'm not want to complain about the things that we're getting already. Metroid, like I want that. Like that's I guess the not number one, but I'd want to see something like that because it's so underrated at this point. I mean that because the West loves Nintendo games. We don't know much about Nintendo games here, or at all. Like I know Legend of Zelda is a Nintendo game, and a lot of people do play it. But outside of that, like nobody talks about Mario Odyssey. Nobody talks about Mario Sunshine. Nobody talks about a lot
Mario.
of these games, man. Fire Emblem. I wish they talked about Fire Emblem, Xenoblade Chronicles.
You take this shit personally, and I respect that, Roy.
No, it's true. I'm not hating. I'm just saying I really do want to see it. Like
No, I know.
I
I
want
mean,
more
like
representation.
Pokemon's pretty big here. Smash is pretty big here. There's still
but
Nintendo games that
Pokemon-
are played,
yeah, but nobody
Pokemon
knew.
community
peop-
here is big.
It's big. It's big. But people know it from Pokemon Indigo League, from the anime, not from the games. Like much of the games are like, yes, it's still damn huge. It's if not one of the bigger communities. But that's Pokemon. Pokemon is a given. Like it's
you
fucking
want to see
Pokemon
those
Go.
people do the obscure type Nintendo games that we've been missing. Here's my question: where is the Nintendo like sports community? Where are my bowling homies? Where are my tennis
sports?
homies? I'm
Bowling,
spitting.
dude.
Where are my me's? You know what I mean?
I want a Just Dance movie. You know. I want a
Yo,
Just
that would be the
Dance.
shit.
That'd be so fire. A rock band Guitar Hero. Oh, that'd be so sick. Like a
Rock band.
no, but it's not gonna be like a functional, like traditional movie. It's just gonna be like, have you seen Balls of Fury?
Yeah.
I know it's
Yeah,
such a
yeah.
weird side, but it's like everyone goes through like a guitar competition and shreds the best, and they reach their way to the top. Like I want that, but like Guitar Hero.
You know what? And
Competition.
and at the end of it, they
Yeah.
get the deal for the next Guitar Hero, right?
Yeah,
I would like that. That'd be funny.
and their final boss is Tenacious D. You know, like that's good. Yeah, they get to play the best song in the world.
Random as shit, but I love it. You know what's funny?
I don't
though?
know. I'm just geeking over it.
No, I get it. And you know what? I'll back you. That would actually be a good final boss because, like, in case it may not be obvious to a lot of people, Kyle Gass of Tenacious D is actually very well respected as a musician. Like, he's really up there as a musician, and he may not come across because like you may not think about it because like whatever he has like kind of shaggy like he's been half bald for the past like 30 years with shaggy hair. He wears like
Goddamn.
basketball shorts and like baggy t-shirts and like slippers. So you're just like, this is he rocks the typical Walmart build. You know what I mean? But then when he gets into it, he fucking kills it. You know what I mean? So you're just
No,
like,
that
damn.
is good, yeah. But have you played that Jack Black game, Brutal Legend?
It's a Jack Black game.
Yeah,
he
with
voices.
Ozzy Osbourne. Yeah, he voices. Yeah,
No.
that would be a good. That'd be a good movie because he like, I haven't played the game itself, but I heard it's like a really funny game. It's made by the people who made Psychonauts and Grim Fandango. I forgot
Okay.
the name of it, but those are also good games. God damn, there's so many good games. They should have really prepared for that. But yeah, those are the ones that are top of my head. We're definitely going to be getting a lot more of it now that Fallout has been a success.
That's
People
true.
do want Red Dead. They want to see like proper,
Yes.
right? You know what I mean? Like we're getting it bit by bit, and I'm patient for it. We're getting Devil May Cry. You didn't know about it.
I didn't
but we
know.
are gonna get it.
No, I know. And
It's-
Henry Cavill is trying to get Warhammer made.
Yeah, finally.
another one.
Jesus Christ, Warhammer's so deep in lore. We haven't been
That's
getting
true.
any form of anything at all.
That's true.
Except the games. The games have been cool. Like,
Yeah.
in different formats that are not just a tabletop.
And the sculpting, like the painting collectors community for Warhammer has been always fire.
The biggest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think I think then the biggest takeaway from this conversation is that, without a shadow of a doubt, it's pretty obvious that the games we played in our childhood had great nostalgia, but the development that we're aiming for is just to be eaten good with everything being adapted, and hopefully vice versa too. Because there are some games like The Witcher started off as a book series. I can't.
Cyberpunk didn't start off as a game. It started
That's
off
true.
as a tabletop.
That's
Yeah.
true. Even tabletop games, D&D was a tabletop game, and there's been a movie about it. So I think that so long as the different communities come together and foster the growth of said communities, said art or whatever, we'll be eating good for a while. I think that's the biggest takeaway. All right, well, I think we should dive into. You know what I think we should do next time? I think we should dive into more like one game or one thing in specific and break it down further, because I love this general thing, but I feel like there's so many intricacies of, say, the lore of Warhammer, the mechanics of Tekken that have developed over time, or just, the philosophical quandaries of why do we all kill pedestrians in Grand Theft Auto mercilessly, right?
It's fun. Yeah.
I
There's a
think
multiplier. Crazy taxi. No, I'm kidding.
no, but like
playthrough also, then compile it.
we should do that, and we should dive into the more in-depth aspect of these games, because I think it'd be fun to talk. But yeah, so I think we should call it there. We'll see everyone in the next episode.
Yes, we'll see everyone in the next episode. Like, comment, and subscribe, and comment down below what kind of movies you want to see that are based off of video games. Because we have talked a lot, but I feel like we just barely scratched the surface. There's definitely a lot more games out there. So yeah, do tell us about it. And yeah, we'll see you next time. See you guys.
Bye.